All right. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Happy Monday, I think. Week 6 of distance learning. Um, Hopefully, you guys had a great weekend and were able to get all the things that you needed to get done. Um, New week, new topic. We're actually moving on, new unit. We're moving on to state and local government. If you haven't seen the assignment yet, we are going to shift gears a little bit and focus not so much on the government at the federal level, but now we're going to look at the inner workings of both our state government. Obviously, we will be specifically talking about Massachusetts and the town of Plymouth. As you guys all are aware or should be aware, we've got 3 levels of government that we study in civics. We mainly focus on the federal level because that's the most well known. Certainly, it's very impactful. You see it in the news, but we've got two other rings of government that we interact with all the time. That we support through things like taxes, and that is the state and local governments. All right, and you could argue that they are as important, if not more important, than the federal government and the relationship that they serve between the two. Um, it's called federalism, the relationship between the state governments and the federal government. They're very important, particularly when it comes to trying to make change, because the higher up on the level you get between local, state, and federal government, it's harder to get things done on a case by case basis. So, local government is definitely the first place you really want to go if you do want to make changes, whether it's policy changes or it's a law that you want created. Those are the people that you want to focus on. It's your local politicians that usually are more willing to get back to you because they are closer to you than, say, the president of the United States, right? So you're more likely to reach out to your state rep, like a representative Moratori. Um, he's more likely to respond to an email or phone call than President Trump, right? So those are all things that we're going to look at, and we're going to look to see exactly how that relationship works. What is the function of state and local government? Who are the people that represent you? And this week, all we're going to do to start is kind of get the basics down of what is state and local government. What is it? How is it made up? So if we look over here, uh, this is the assignment right here. The Misfits created for you. To the fun focus pointer here. So it is. You're just going to read an iCivics. It's a one page. I think it's one page. We'll jump over there in a second. Called The Great State. You're going to read that. All right. So you're going to read this, The Great State right here. It's a Google slide. Okay. So this will bring you to there. Let's go there. Say hi, Maddie.
Hi, everyone.
So we were able to all right, so it is 2 pages when it loads. Misfits got it onto our Google slide, which is great because it makes it easier for us to be able to see it. So if we look over here, you can see it. You guys have all done iCivic stuff before. It's super easy. It kind of simplifies it for us. So you're going to read these 2 pages here, okay? And then over here, all right, Misfits has made a copy for all of you, so you'll answer these questions. I will say this for at least my 3rd floor kids. I'm sure Misfits is dealing with the 2nd floor. You should be answering complete sentences. All right. We do feel for you guys. We have purposely not have been trying to overload you guys with work, but just make sure that the work that we are getting is quality work, right? If you want credit for it, make sure it's good. So you're looking at a little bit here. So you got 14 questions, and then this is just a little piece of local government and if it's thinking like a local government, and we want you guys to focus on COVID-19 because it's a great example of how. I mean, this is obviously we're living it right now, but what has happened during this COVID-19 crisis, how our three levels of government have reacted to it, and what is their role in this. Obviously, we see a lot of the president giving press conferences, but we've also seen Governor Baker giving his essentially daily briefings and his decisions, whether it's to close schools for the year. So I mean, all three levels really have to work together to deal with this crisis, right? Because it can't just fall on one person. When the president makes a decision or the governor, then it falls back on us. So when we close schools, right, for instance, Governor Baker obviously decided to close schools for the rest of the year. So then it falls to the school committee and it falls to the superintendent and all of us to decide, all right, what is that going to look like? Right. So there's no mandate. Those are decisions that our local governments are deciding how things happen. So how do we react? So how do the three different branches or three different levels of our executive, not even just executive, but legislative, how do they function? How do they work? All right. So this is what you guys will do. So you'll fill in these, read the reading, answer these questions, and then submit. All right. If through the course of the next couple of days, if you're not getting it, if you're not understanding it, Miss Fitz is going to be on a call, a Google Meet on Wednesday at 11. There it is. Yep. Wednesday 11. If you have questions, I might pop on as well to see if you guys need any help. So that's it. Again, if you have any questions, concerns, complaints, feel free to email us or pop on that Google Meet. Love to see you guys. Love to see your faces. Love to hear from you guys. We miss you. Maddie, would you like to say something?
Yes, and hi guys, it's Maddie. And I just want to say if you feel like there's a lot of work, like a lot of more work than you that you do now than in school, the reason why they're doing that is because they want to get you ready for ninth grade or for high school.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't practice, like if you have some trouble, just ask one of your parents. Don't be ashamed, because I ask my parents all the time.
Wise words from my daughter. All right.
I'm only 8.
I know.
Going to 4th grade.
All right, gang. So we'll talk to you guys soon. Don't be strangers. Hopefully we hear from you guys and see you guys on Wednesday. If you have any questions, but if anything pops up before then, feel free to email us. All right.
Peace out by the holes.
Oh. Okay.
Hola. Señor